Hi folks, it's Chris back with you again. Today I'm going to talk about how to get pictorial versions of the airfields that you might be going to. So one of the things I hate is I maybe read the Jefferson text or I watch some of the John and Martha King videos and they have the airfield facilities directory out and they're opening up back pages of approach plates or whatever in order to get some of these publications. Well, most people aren't buying these books anymore. Most people are getting these things digitally now, even if they're still flying with a paper themselves. Uh, if you're flying with an electronic flight bag like ForeFlight, or perhaps you're a G1000 user, you have these things essentially resident on the system that you're doing. But there's a fair bit of us that are still using paper to go fly, even though we're now getting that through the digital age. As a good example, I own a Champ, an airplane that doesn't have a electrical system, and my iPad battery only lasts for so long. So if I'm flying that guy cross country, you could bet that I'm flying it by paper. A couple airports we'll talk about. We'll talk about Hanscom, that's Kilo Bravo Echo Delta, just on the outskirts of Boston. I'll talk about Fitchburg, which is an uncontrolled field, Kilo Foxtrot 88 Tango, probably about a good 40 miles or so from the center of Boston. So if you have a towered field like Hanscom is, towered fields, you can just find that they have published airfield diagrams that have taxiway and everything. If you want to find out information about an uncontrolled field like Fitchburg, you actually have to look in the airfield facilities directory. So let me show you how to do that. I'll go to Google for both of these. So if you just Google FAA airfield diagram, that'll take you to the FAA's airfield diagram page. And then from there, you can enter the airport you're interested in this case, Bedford. So I'll pull up, has it pulled up there. I'll go ahead and open a PDF. And then from here, you can print it. I kind of like to print out half-page PDFs that can fold over and fit on my kneeboard really well. You'll figure out those printing settings that work for you. Let me go back to Google. So let's say you want to find now an uncontrolled field information. So I Google FAA AFD. The first thing that pops up is that airfield facilities directory. I'll click on it. It brings you to this page here and it talks about the airfield facilities directory. I actually then go into airfield facilities directory search, and from there you can search particular airports. So in this case, we'll search for Fitchburg. It opens up, it tells you you could download the entire volume of that AFD on a PDF. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can. Or you can just get that one specific page. It's much more useful, I find. So I'm going to open up that one specific page. Notice that the FAA still has not sorted out individual entries for the airport that you're interested in. So Fitchburg is great, but you get all these other information that are actually in the published AFD as well. So it's kind of annoying to work for. So what I do is I typically print this page out, and sometimes I'll take a big marker and mark through the pages I don't care about, or sometimes I'll just cut it off just to get me the information that I want. Sometimes I'll use the snip tool from Microsoft to snip that out and plunk it into like a PowerPoint presentation or something that I can just have that with. So that's how I get pictorial views of both controlled and uncontrolled fields. Remember, controlled fields are published in the their actual airfield diagrams are published. For uncontrolled fields, you have to dig in AFD to go get them. Let me show you a third way here. AOPA has put out a really nice product. So if you go to www.aopa.org, we'll find out. Look at that. If you go to flight planning, and it doesn't matter whether you're a member or not, they make this available for free. If you go to airports, let's just search an airport. I'll go search for Fitchburg. There's a lot of pretty good information on this page that talks about, gives you an overhead shot, which is kind of useful. Local area, you got all the list of procedures available. Local, some of the FBOs and some of the other businesses and what they rent. Some of the other businesses where there's A&Ps in the field or flight schools or whatever. One of the things I find most useful about this page is this little kneeboard format. So if you go to kneeboard format, it'll then open up the PDF for you. Where on this PDF you get kind of all the frequency information on the bottom left. You get essentially the AFD information, and you get that AFD sketch in the bottom right. And then all the business information is on the back side. So what I like to do is I like to take this, print it out, fold it over, and I find the AOPA product to be a more useful product for uncontrolled fields than the AFD entry. Uh, Again, my name's Chris. Just wanted to walk you through some of that stuff. Remember, controlled fields you can find their airfield diagrams are published. Uncontrolled fields, you got to go to the AFD, or I like this open trick as well. Hey, thanks for listening to me. Bye.